Welcome to Wake Up Abundant with Amber. This is your 7 minutes or less reset daily show to help you come back to yourself, step into your power, and remember that you are more powerful than you think. And the reason why I made this a daily show is because our thoughts are so damn powerful. They change from moment to moment, from hour to hour, from minute to minute. I want you to have a space that really helps you just come back to yourself, reboot every single day, Monday through Friday, so that you are constantly still on your path moving forward and you don't let your doubts get to you, which we're going to talk about today. Our thoughts are so powerful and our limiting beliefs are so powerful that it is imperative that we do daily abundance work. It is imperative that you remember your power on the daily. So I want to kind of step into the reclaiming our power. What does that look like? What does reclaiming your power look like? One, it looks like not letting your doubts steep into your actions. So, okay, you have doubts. That's fine. We all have doubts. What we need to do is not let those doubts define us. Those doubts are not us. They are just that. Doubts. Like learning to detach from those doubts, which I know is really hard and something I'm also constantly practicing, and being a gentle observer of these doubts, of these limiting beliefs, and being like, okay, I see this. I see that it's coming up. It doesn't feel really good in my body. It makes me want to shut down and just watch TV all day or scroll my phone all day. But instead of doing that, shutting down, we're going to say that is not who I am, and I'm going to tap into who I want to be, and I'm going to take action regardless of the doubts. And I'm going to do everything in my power every day to remove the doubts. It's why I really love EFT tapping, and I think it's one of my favorite ways to remove a lot of doubts. Besides, of course, therapy is great, and like rewriting your limiting beliefs in a journal is great, as well as like I just tried EMDR for the first time, also really powerful. But I think EFT tapping is very accessible for anyone. And so on my YouTube channel, I will add an EFT tapping on releasing doubts, so you guys can go ahead and there and like do that tapping whenever doubts come up. Next thing is, of course, rewriting those doubts. And it is a constant practice. Something that I want you guys to understand is that consistency is the long game with anything in life. And I know it's like, oh my God, another thing I have to add to my list, but this thing will change your life. If you consistently rewire your doubts, if you consistently tell yourself that's not true, that's a false observation, those are lies, and it is not who I am, or it's not who I want to be anymore, because you get to change, right? That's like a big thing that I always want to remind you and remind myself, and know that like I need this show as much as you do. Like when I speak, I do feel like it's channeled, and these are messages not just for you, but also for me. So I really want you to understand that like we're all going through it, but the more you lean into trusting that you are more powerful than you think, and that you can have everything that you desire, and abundance is your birthright. And I will say that hopefully in every episode I remember to say that. The more you will experience synchronicities in life, your opportunities will come in, all the good stuff. But we need to really step into these doubts. I wanted to kind of just show you, I did some little research on how doubt can affect you, and it is kind of crazy, honestly. Of course, we know it can affect your self-esteem, and we know that self-esteem is linked to everything that we go after in life. So if you're not going after a promotion, if you are not going after your dreams, if you're not going after someone that you love, or you're staying in a toxic relationship, it's due to low self-esteem. So when you constantly doubt yourself, you are in a state of propelling this low self-esteem rhetoric. You obviously are going to feel it academically and psychologically, because doubt is linked to stress, because it fuels the same cortisol hormones in your body. So when you're experiencing doubt, you're also experiencing this energy of fight or flight, because you feel like actually that you're not surviving in this world, but you are. But that's just like what doubt does to you. When you have doubt, you, of course, make excuses for yourself. You procrastinate, you undermine your performance, you don't have motivation to do long-term goals. Like it's really hard. You put a lot of pressure on yourself. Perfectionism comes in even more, which we know perfectionism creates so much damage. I'll do a whole episode on perfectionism. So now that we know how doubt can be so detrimental to us and to our mental health and to our abundance journey, we need to remove those doubts. And I said earlier, obviously, we do the EFT tapping, we rewire them with constant reframes. But I just want you to remember to be kinder to yourself too. A big part of my message is also like making the world a kinder and less lonely place. And when you have doubt, like I really want you to think of someone that you love having doubts. What would you say to them? Say that to you. How would you treat them? Treat yourself like that. How would you give them some tough love? Give yourself some tough love. I think a lot of times when we have doubts, we are either really hard on ourselves, and then, of course, like I said, we cripple under pressure, which happens to everyone. But I think a lot of other times we also just like are so mean, like so mean to ourselves. And I don't want you to be mean to yourself. I just want you to learn to have compassion with these doubts and rewire them, release them, and step into your power. Because once you don't let these doubts stop you, you will start taking actions in ways you never have before. And when you start taking action in ways you never have before, your life starts changing. Maybe not overnight, but it will change. If you consistently combat your doubts, even when things are not looking like it is happening, and your doubts are going to creep in, keep showing up, keep doing things, keep pivoting, keep redirecting, and over time, your life will change. It will change. I promise you, it will change. The doubts are hard. It is so real. It is so heavy. It feels like paralyzing in your body. But know that the more you have compassion and the more you do these tools, you do EFT tapping, you reframe, you listen to this show, the more likely you're going to remember your power more quickly and you'll be able to overcome these doubts a lot faster. All right, guys, thank you for being here today. This episode was really important. So definitely share it with a friend, share it with someone that you love, because everyone here has doubts and this episode can help so many. My goal is to help thousands, if not millions of people tap into abundance, because I do think that will create a better world and a kinder and less lonely world. All right, guys, love you. Talk to you tomorrow.